seeing this, I'm already dead. The only thing I ask, please don't post the comedy special.
I've been up here enough, and I think I'm going to bring up the man of the hour. Snake Daddy, your cheeseburger princess, your shit poster supreme, Matt Keck! Keep it going for Paul and the Violent Farmers. What's up, guys? Sounds like we're having some fun, huh? Yeah? You know, before this show, and really before every show, I always get, like, a little nervous. Like, I get a little afraid. I used to be afraid of a lot more things than I am now, though. Like, mostly my dad. But I was also afraid of things like heights and bees and dogs. And, I mean, at this point in my life, I'm not really afraid of any of those things. I actually even love two of them. Yeah, dogs and dying. I'm just fucking with you guys. I don't like dogs that much. No, but I feel like one of the biggest fears there is, statistically the biggest fear there is public speaking. Public speaking is something that everyone's afraid of. I used to be super afraid of public speaking. I actually still am a little, which is actually kind of why I do this, right? It's like I'm microdosing terror in front of a live audience. Yeah, I'm just freebasing my trauma right in front of you. I got the shakes a little. I'm taking a little huff in. It's fine. You know who would be good, actually, at public speaking would be Superman. They always tell you to imagine the crowd naked. My dude doesn't have to imagine anything. He can just get up there and look at titties all day long. I swear. Not afraid of snakes. Can't get away from them, though. No matter what I do, snakes are gonna follow me everywhere. You type snake into your GIF keyboard and I show up before most actual snakes do. Yeah. That's gotta be super embarrassing for National Geographic. No, I mean, and for those of you who don't understand, about it's got to have been almost 15 years ago now, I put a video on the internet called I'm a Snake. And in that video, it's me wearing this snake hat over here, this little felt snake hat, saying the words I'm a snake over and over again for a minute and a half. And somehow that shit's been seen like 100 million times at this point. Like, what? Why? How? Why? But it's pretty cool, right? I mean, if you're ever gonna do something that allows 100 million people to call you fat, gay, and retarded on the internet, I totally recommend it. It's super great. I mean, like, guys, come up with some new insults. My dad covered all that stuff, like, right out the gate. Fat, gay, and retarded. Like, I might claim chunky, bi-curious, and, like, a touch of the tizzy. Like, just a dash of the tizzy. But that's all I'm claiming. Now, people in the comments on videos like that, they can be pretty genius sometimes. The video is called I'm a Snake. One of the most common comments is, what is he? And then the second most common comment tends to be, I think he's a snake. I'm not sure why these are the two options we have for presidents when we have such great minds in the comments of our YouTube videos. Oh, man. No, I feel like the biggest fear people should have is dying, right? Like, that's like something you can't ever stop being afraid of if you're afraid of it. Like, it's just always there. Like, if you're afraid of a spider, you can throw a shoe at it. You can't just, like, throw your shoe at the inevitable death coming toward. Like, it's just, you can't just start throwing your clothes. It's not gonna work. You're still gonna die. But for me, the fear that doesn't make sense is the fear of ghosts. See, for me, if I see a ghost, well, that's proof, right? I don't have to be afraid of death anymore because now I know there's at least something. If I see a ghost, I'm not getting scared. I'm not running away. I'm gonna start making some fucking plans. Yeah, if I see a ghost, I'm gonna figure out who to haunt. I already know. I'm gonna die from like severe gastrointestinal diseases. So I'm gonna be stock full of fucking ghost farts. I'm gonna be fucking full of ghost. I'm gonna be crop dusting the shit out of all you No, I'm a fucking ghost, okay? I'm gonna get right up on your nose with my puckered little ghost beehole and just start letting them rip, okay? No, I'm a fucking ghost, okay? Remember that time you beat me in Scrabble, Paul? I'm gonna fly up and stick my entire colon around your head and create a fart chamber of secrets, okay? No, I'm a fucking ghost. So I'm not afraid of ghosts. The one thing that came out of the snake stuff that I do enjoy a lot is a thing called Cameo. And I'm not sure if y'all know what Cameo is, but it's an app that you can get on your phone and you can like book, I'm gonna do this in quotes, famous people to say stuff for you. You can book them to say like happy birthday, happy anniversary. It's a good time. And people are really fucking weird and have no boundaries. People will ask you for the craziest shit. Valentine's Day just happened, and that was a juicy one. I had someone who had been with their fiance for 3 years who decided they wanted me to tell them they were gonna finally get to have anal. I'm assuming so that he wouldn't be excited anymore. I don't know. I mean, where's the line here? Like, Valentine's Day was extra creepy. All these dudes were booking me to, like, say stuff in the sexy snake voice they call. What? They want me to do the tongue thing? Like, brother, first of all, don't promise something that you can't deliver. Second, really? This is it? Jabba the Hutt getting strangled by Princess Leia is what gets the muffin rumbling? Are you kidding me right now? And the worst part is I do these videos, I do the tongue, they get excited, they leave me a 5-star review, and they leave me a tip. I'm pretty sure I accidentally started an OnlyFans. No, I'll get some crazy stuff. Listen, I'm very aware of how I look, but I did get one where a Discord moderator was looking for someone to tell the members of their Discord, to stop masturbating together in the main channel. They went through the whole list and figured, yep, there's the boner killer right there. That's the one. Scrolled right past Kevin from The Office. No, people ask for some crazy things. I had someone who asked me, with the hat on, to convince their friend to go to rehab. Now, friends, there's rock bottom, and then there's whatever the fuck's underneath that, and that's where this guy's living. Brother, I'm a grown man crawling towards 40, wearing googly eyes on my head. And your friends are so concerned that they called me to tell you you have a problem. It's not okay, man. Like, and how is that where we ended up? Like, what's next? Is someone gonna book the Chewbacca mom to file for divorce? That means I want to see other people in Wookiee. Now, next you're gonna get the chocolate rain guy to call everybody after you found out you have an STD. Sorry, babe. Called to tell you I have syphilis. Sorry, babe. Gonorrhea and chlamydia. Sorry, babe. No, the only pills I'm taking are really for depression these days. That's the stuff I'm on. Anyone else on pills? You popping pills? We popping good shit? Yeah. No, I do. I have depression, early 30s level type shit. But it's not a big deal because I'm on the pills, right? And you've seen the pills commercials on TV. I want to live in the Sky Rizzy Village. That's where I want to live. Yeah, I want to go walk my dog with people that are suffering from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. I want to go party with all those dudes that have been taking the pills and now you can't detect their HIV anymore. That means they can bang. Let's fucking go. No, but if you've ever watched the commercials, the depression pill, we don't get the fancy little village with the kites. No, we all get to paint the abstract nightmares that haunt our dreams in our own monster house. Because right over the hill, they're on the beach lowering their A1C. I could never do it, though. I could never kill myself. I just couldn't do it. Although, if you do have the fear of death, let me tell you, deciding to kill yourself completely eliminates that. At that point, it's just someone taking care of a chore. Oh, plane's going down? Thanks. Save me the trouble. Die in a fire? Hey, at least Mom can talk to her friends about it afterwards. They might even buy her a few drinks. She loves that kind of attention. It'll be great. No, but the reason I could never commit suicide is basically like me and Mariah Carey in 2024 have the same problem. We're really worried about nailing the note. Because she sings a really high note and now she has a... You guys get it. Anyway, but I'm a writer. There's certain levels of expectations on the note. Like, the last thing I need if I'm gonna be turning into a ghost is floating around while my friends and family are going in on my metaphors. Come on. They're sitting here reading what I wrote like, he felt like a plastic bag. Really? Katy Perry? At a time like this? It was irony! I'm just punching air. No, I'm a fucking ghost. I'm gonna get my juicy spectral asshole and I'm gonna make you pay for making fun of my note. Thanks, Paul. No, I'm talking about everyone on Cameo and how they want you to do the tongue thing. They want you to talk all sexy. They want you to go, still at that ass, though. But the thing is, I miss the days before everything was sexual. I do. Like, I miss being a little kid and your penis is just for going pee. You know what I mean? Like, I have really good memories of my penis fighting my action figures in the bathtub. Yeah. Yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Dwayne the Cock Johnson. It was incredible. Wienermania 3, the crowd was going crazy, bubbles were everywhere. And you might have thought it was weird when my mom walked in the bathroom and my dick was fighting Wolverine, but nah. It was just another one of the X-Men. It was Cyclops. It was her fault anyway. I didn't know nothing about nothing for so long because we were so Christian. I couldn't watch anything. I couldn't watch the Beetlejuice cartoon. Couldn't do the Harry Potter stuff because of the magic. And well, I guess that works out because fuck her anyway. But couldn't listen to Elton John because you might catch the gay. But you know what we could read was the Bible. Oh yeah, wholesome book for a child to read. Have you guys ever actually seen what's in the Bible? I mean, you can't even get through the second part without like some pseudo-incestual drunkenness and an entire genocide. But you know, Elton John. So, can't listen to that. No, I did grow up super religious, and it was weird, like, getting out of that, right? It was like weird learning that there was a world outside of religion, like a way to think about other things, and really I think that's when I got my fear of death, right? Yeah, because religion keeps you from having that. And now I stand up here just worried that I could have a heart attack or a stroke at any time, and this could be the end, right here, me. And, you know, I don't even know who I am. I don't. I barely know anything about I mean, I know I'm a snake, right? But I did the 23andMe. I did. I had to figure out who I am as a person. Like, I had to got it all broken down. I'm gonna take this off. I'm getting a little sweaty. I'm a big boy, y'all. I'm just gonna bring this over here to save myself a trip. No, I did the 23andMe though, and I'm gonna start small because the small stuff was the most surprising. found out I'm 0.5% black. Not kidding you at all. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like I need to be retroactively offended about a lot of things I've said. No, like Ghanaian, Sierra Leonean, Kenyan, it's all in there, and it's true. And it blew my mind to see these results, and I told all of my cracker-ass friends about it. And these fucking honkies are wildin', okay? One of these guys has the nerve to ask me if being 0.5% black means that I can say the N-word. No! I think it means I have a 99.5% chance of getting my ass kicked. Excuse me, a 99.5% chance of getting my black ass kicked. No, it's crazy, like, to find out something like that when your whole life... I mean, I'm assuming it means that it's just one of the many steps of human atrocities that led to me, of course. And we'll get to some more of them, but let me just say this. Finding out you're 0.5% black puts a whole lot of pressure on handshakes. I don't know. They get really detailed on this shit, though. Like, I don't know why they haven't partnered with Maury Povich and 23andMe yet. Like, people are finding brothers and dads and aunts all over the place. Like, this shit is a hoe tattletale, okay? Yeah, 23andMe's like, we got hoes with different genetic codes. It's fucking ludicrous. No, I mean, and obviously, you know, I have some Norwegian in me as well, and they tracked it back to specific Norwegian people, one of them being a seafaring voyager, which means I'm also part of a Viking rape. So I've essentially boiled it down to being the product of slavery, rape, and even a little bit being French, which is just absolutely disgusting. But it explains why I always want to give up, so... I'm assuming that's why I found out that, like, one of my distant ancestor relatives is Marie Antoinette, which makes tons of sense, because when someone walks in with that cake, your boy loses his head, let me tell you. Yeah, I want to have that cake and eat it too, you know? People get grossed out about eating ass. I want you guys to look to your right, now look to your left. One of them people has eaten an ass. It's statistic. I don't know that that's true. It's not weird, though. It's not. Eating ass is just the vegan version of eating pussy. It's the same shape. It's the same motion. It just tastes a little different. Preach. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Fucking thank you. I'm obviously Irish, clearly. You know, it's funny thinking about Irish people because I've met so many of them, and have you seen the names? People like to make fun of black people's names, but Irish people, they basically found the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, went on Wheel of Fortune, and bought all the vowels. When Irish people go to elementary school, they go A-E-I-O-U. Oh yeah, that's Greg. And sometimes Y. Oh, Gregory. Like, these names are all vowels. And it sounds like the sounds I make when I'm standing up from my couch. Like, every Irish name is the sound of the... It makes sense for people who've struggled for so long, but just think it's like, amen. Ugh. I'm also part German, but we're just not going to talk about that at all. Colonizer through and through. I swear, I have British in me. I've got Scottish in me. It's a mess. It's a mess. Oh, you know who I am related to? I almost missed this. Related to Alexander Hamilton. Huh? Yeah, they, of course, the founding father that they had to make a whole musical about. Of course that's that. You know. All right, let me see what I was gonna go to next, guys. Sorry about this. Oh man. been married for a long time. I've been married for a long time. And, you know, we found out we both were related to Marie Antoinette at some point, so technically I'm fucking some form of my cousin. Ah, yeah. Now I get it. I get it. You used to get on Pornhub and be like, why is everyone so weird? Now I'm like, yeah, that's us. Me and you, girl. No, but I'm white trash. I am white trash through and through, and I married into a deeper level of white trash, and I would love... It's true, I did. Like, just to prove my point, my wife's name is Amber. That's it. She's either white trash or a stripper. Or both. I got the whole white trash mambo number 5 on her family. I got your Ambers, your Natalies, your Heathers, Katrinas, and if I keep going, it's only getting meaner. Let me tell you about the birthday party we went to, okay? We went to a 1-year-old birthday party on her side of the family. And when we got there, they had bought this 1-year-old 4 four-wheeler, like, Power Wheels. Yeah, 4, can't even walk, but she's got a Jay Leno garage full of Power Wheels. 2 of them camouflage, 1 of them frozen, 1 of them Paw Patrol. Well, let me tell you, before we went to this party, Amber made me stop at a Walmart out in the middle of Missouri, and she tells me I got the perfect gift. This is a gift that's gonna wow. This is a gift they're gonna remember. And we showed up with the 5th four-wheeler Power Wheel. But I'll also tell you we're the only ones who brought the receipts. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a 1-year-old's birthday party and like seen what they let the thing do to the cake. It basically looks like tiramisu night at an old folks' home. Just, yeah, mushing and crumbs. You guys know. The worst part is, though, at this, they ate the cake afterwards. Not even a blink, and I should have known. For these people, the best day of the week is if they find a full cigarette in the parking lot at Walmart. You shit me? It only got stepped on one time. Let's smoke that shit. I don't think my family's that much better. Wait, you guys remember how the Duck Dynasty guy was like super anti-gay like 10 years back? I know, it's irrelevant and no one gives a shit. And that's why I'm bringing it up, because my grandpa brought it up during a Thanksgiving prayer. We're just getting ready to eat turkey, and he's like, yeah, just to remind everyone, we support the duck hunting guys that don't like gay people. What in the blue-collar comedy tour is this? No, I'm good. I'll just have some mashed potatoes and get the fuck out. And recently, I wrote a book, okay, and my mom had it at a, thank you, my mom had it at a holiday, and she was showing it around to her family, and it was great. They were all so like, oh, wow, this is so cool that you wrote this. And my aunt was like, I'm gonna have to borrow that from your mom. And then my other aunt was like, oh, I'm really excited that you wrote this. I'm gonna have to borrow that from your mom. And then my grandma was like, oh, that's really cool that you wrote this. I'm gonna have to borrow that from your mom. And I'm like, it's $10 fucking on Amazon. What in the sisterhood of the traveling fucking pants is going on right now? And have any of them borrowed it? I think I saw it in your living room. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's fine, none of them are gonna watch this anyways. Apparently my grandma tried to steal it. Man, that's probably the Irish. Yeah, no, but the best memory I have with my wife's family, it was with her mom. Now, to give you an idea, her mom has been married 6 times. She's a sort of white trash Elizabeth Taylor. At her 5th wedding, I actually got to be a part of it, which was pretty exciting. You see, this happened under a gazebo, in the middle of a pond, in the middle of a trailer park. which was incredible. And we're all around, and they gave us these tiki torches. Now, mind you, this was before they were a Nazi thing. It was just a backyard barbecue thing at the time, but they were magical in this case because her mom was a pagan. That's right. And so while we're standing on this goose shit covered gazebo, a man named Dragon, I'm not sure if it's his Christian given name, who was wrapped in a boa constrictor like Jake the fucking Snake, walked around with a sword and tapped the four of us holding these torches on both shoulders and dubbed us the winds of the nautical directions. Yeah, you're looking at the winds of the east, motherfucker. Well, I was. Then she got divorced. Idiot. Can't have anything nice. I wanted one superpower. I dropped all my notes. I'm just a mess up here. That's the first part. I did that. That's Cameo. 23andMe. That's the end. Something I learned from my wife before we move on, because I just saw this and it made me laugh in my head a lot, so I'm not gonna skip it. When you grow up super poor, your worldview is a lot different. You see, it's harder to get enveloped in the fantasies that they're selling you. Like, it's harder to get into things like Harry Potter when you already have a dude that looks kind of like Hagrid with half the teeth running into your bedroom every other day going, "You're what's going?" Meth's a son of a bitch. I'm just saying her dad kind of looks like what you might look like if you got surgically removed from the back end of the human centipede. He'll never watch this either. He doesn't have internet access. It got revoked. I hope. Oh, man. So, one thing that the main thing that people like to ask when they find out about I'm a Snake is why? Why would you do, it's under here now, why would you do the I'm a Snake video? And I'll tell you it was because I'm an attention whore, for one. And for two, it's just because I could, right? My wife came home with a stack of hats one day. She bought them on clearance at Michael's for 10 cents a piece, which is crazy because we usually smoke the dimes. But then that turned into one of the best investments we've ever made. And really, what it did is it allowed me to find a job you would have never expected it to allow me to find. You see, much to many people's dismay, I turned being a shithead on the internet into a lucrative career and took over the Wendy's Twitter account for a long time. Yeah, that was a hoot and a half. Let me tell you that. So listen, I feel like saying that into a camera that will most likely be putting this video onto the internet, there are a lot of people right now who have just realized that this is what they were beating off to. These aren't the people from Cameo. No, these are the people that were asking me for foot pics. What's up, fellas? It's at Wendy's. Got your messages. Come on, Daddy. What's up? I saw your DMs. Yeah, you want to see those feet? They're nice and sweaty. They're so sweaty. These lights are hot. I'm the world's biggest catfish. I'm that shit you have to stick your arm down in a big hole and just pull up by you have to noodle my ass. That's how much of a catfish I am. Oh, God. Now listen, the messed up part about all the Wendy stuff, though, the messed up part about all of it is I really fucking love McDonald's. I do. It's so good. The people who work with me will tell you I would go get McDonald's for lunch almost every day. It's the worst. I was sitting there talking shit on the love of my life. That's how it works, right? Isn't that how it works? It's always the one that's picking on you that really loves you. It's the truth. So I guess what I'm saying is I would love my own McDonald's meal. Right? That'd be pretty sick. My McDonald's meal would be like 4 McDoubles, large Diet Coke, large fry, 4 apple pies, Oreo McFlurry, 10 McNuggets, little honey. No, that's not actually my depression meal is Panda Express. If I'm depressed, where I go is Panda Express because that's not a food you eat when you're not depressed. 2 orange chickens is more than enough for any human. So when I'm depressed, I eat 3. And the reason Panda Express is great for a depression meal is because it's trying to be something it absolutely is not. Panda Express is the least Chinese food you will ever find. If you walk into a Panda Express, the front half of the house is all white, the back half of the house is all Mexican. If Trump owned the place, he'd build a wall right down the middle. Oh, man. Yeah, no, I did the Wendy stuff for a long time, and people will say some pretty messed up shit to you when you run a brand account. Like, they'll say a lot of stuff. It's not just hitting on you. It's also just, I don't know, they figure it's not a human, right? It's a corporation, so they just say what the fuck ever they want. And I have a list of words, actually, that we collected over time. These are words that we had to block so that they wouldn't pop up in the chats on, say, YouTube or Twitch. Or let me just say this. I am not a clean fella, and there were some words on here that I just got loads of joy out of. So I'm going to share some with ya. Bone smoker? That feels classic, but great. I don't feel like I normally think bone. I usually think pole smoker, right? But bone smoker, that's a good combo. Doggy jizz, but not just Y, also doggy IE. So they were getting around that spelling block. They needed us to know. Doggy jizz. Front bottom, classic. You had the hairy goblet, the goop shoot, the flesh cavern, the shaved smoo. Oh, and smoo juice, which I think is how I figured out what a smoo was. Cummiest, which means one thing was cummy, something else was cummier. But this was the cummiest. Aardvarking, which I found out is ants on a log in your ass crack. Sounds incredible. Juice in a woody, monster hooters, sperm burper, sniz pod, and of course, what I started calling my wife after this, whisker biscuit. But no, I get it. I get why people want to say shit like this to a corporation. Before I got hired to run Wendy's Twitter, from my personal account, I had tweeted, "Bring back the $1 double stack, you twat." I had been running the Wendy's Twitter account for 3 years when I realized I hadn't deleted that tweet. My bad. Oh my God. The thing about running the Wendy's Twitter account is I look at it and it's like it turned social media into just a mess, right? Like what ended up happening after Wendy's, I basically was the Oppenheimer of irrelevant bullshit. Yeah, like I dropped this bomb and had no idea what the consequences were about to be. The last thing I thought when I gave some kid free chicken nuggets for a year is that all of these nut brands were gonna start talking about coming. What the shit? Why do I need to know that Mr. Peanut has a heart on right now? Yeah, that's what ended up happening. I created the brand Human Centipede on Twitter, and everything is just bullshit through bullshit through bullshit. You can't do anything online without a brand ruining it anymore. You want to post a picture from your grandma's funeral? You better be ready for Slim Jim to pop up in the comments and go, "Damn, Gam Gam was 69? Nice!" Sunny D's gonna pop up and go, "Looks like she wants the D, bro!" I mean, I guess what I'm saying to anyone who still manages to get on the hell site that is Twitter is I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all of it. You know, it probably is a lot my fault. I know it's my fault that Wingstop said fuck. That's my bad. My bad, guys. I'm so fucking sorry. Although I will say some of that shit was funny. Like, let me tell you about the last thing that happened while I worked there. I haven't spent a lot of time in my life talking to billionaires, but I have managed to come in contact with a few. And in this story, I managed to get two to get into a dick measuring contest. You see, when Threads first launched, they didn't really tell brands it was coming. So Wendy's was just like, fuck it. Let's just do the old school Twitter thing and go wild. We just got on there and started tweeting. And I was like, what the hell? Zuckerberg wants this to be big? I'm gonna tag his ass, just to see. So I tagged him and said, hey, at Zuck, you should go to space next just to make him mad, because you see he'd made Threads to piss off Elon Musk. Well, someone screenshotted that, and they put it on Twitter, and Elon Musk saw it. He got mad. He said, Zuck is a cuck. Which is absolutely hilarious, because in this situation, he's the one on the outside looking in. But regardless, I don't pick sides with billionaires. They all suck fat cocks. But I will say that it was very funny that he didn't just stop there. He got so worked up, alone snorting ketamine in his office over at Tesla, that he had to reply again and say, I propose a literal dick measuring contest. And I wanted to reply, where's the beef? Oh man, guys, this has been super fun. I actually have no idea how long I've been up here, but I'm having a hoot and a half. Oh, a while, but that's okay. I got sober recently, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Yeah, thank you. It was really, I drank a lot because I'm a big guy, right? If I wanted to get drunk, I had to, you know, I didn't have to, but I chose to drink a massive amount of booze. And I had this thing I always did when I would get drunk. I would go to parties, and I would bet people that I could kick a door frame while I was standing in it. You see, I'm one of those like oddly flexible fat guys like Chris Farley in that one Chippendale sketch. Yeah, I feel like God was just doing create a character and he was just like, it'd be really funny if that thing could bend. And so every time I would get drunk, I would bet people that I could kick a door frame. I would bet them that I could kick incredibly high, and I got those suckers good too. I'd get them all to give me that $10 up front because they don't. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, I didn't mean it. No, you did. And so I give them get the $10 up front, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show y'all right now. Your boy can kick. Your boy can kick. This looks like it's about the height of an average door frame, right? Somewhere in here, above my head. All right. Now, these aren't the loosest of pants, so if they bust open, we might end the show a little early. And that's how you make $10. No, but I feel like a lot of people have that, though, right? Ooh, let me get this moose knuckle out real quick. It shouldn't take that long, but I'm getting old. My balls are dangly. I feel like everybody's got those things, though, right? You get drunk and you do that same thing over and over. It triggers. I got this friend who every time he gets drunk, there was this Ziploc bag full of nickels he kept in the console of his car. And every time he'd get drunk, he'd want to go out and get the bag of nickels and go to Taco Bell and pay with it because he thought it'd be funny to make him count it out one by one. So one time he got drunk and he passed out on my couch and we found a Sharpie and we wrote 5-cent blowjobs on his forehead. Then we woke him up and said, hey man, you hungry? You want to go to Taco Bell? We could pay with your nickels. And he's like, fuck yeah, and so we go. He walks up to the register, says, I want 2 soft tacos, a bean burrito, and a gordita crunch. Guy says that'll be $5.95 because this was 2002. And he drops the bag of nickels on the counter. Guy behind the register doesn't blink. He just looks at the nickels, looks at his forehead, and he's like, someone had a pretty busy fucking night last night. You want 5 more cents off your order? Now, like I said before, I missed before everything was sexual. Dudes are gonna fuck anything they can get their hands on, I feel like. Like, I feel like you'll hear stories, and, like, the dumbest motherfucker you know will become a goddamn genius if it comes to something that will make his dick feel good. Yeah, like these hillbillies that I went to high school with were like, nah, see, all you gotta do is you gotta drill a little about 2-inch hole in the rind of the watermelon. Then you want to leave it in the back of your truck. Well, roughly about 3 hours. Any longer than that, it's going to get too hot for your pecker. Yes, that's what dudes will do. They will become fucking rocket scientists if it means it'll be a little warmer when they fuck the melon. One of the worst ones I heard while I was in high school, there was this guy who worked at Subway, and the rumor was that he actually fucked one of the Subway sandwiches. And I honestly wasn't shocked. I just was curious if it was a 6-inch or a foot long. I mean, I'm saying a guy will go to Build-A-Bear, he'll build a bear, and then he'll fuck the bear. The worst one I ever heard was there was an episode of the show 1,000 Ways to Die. And a guy on 1,000 Ways to Die, another just genius ahead of his time, figured out how to hook a cow's heart to a car battery so that it would pulsate while he had sex with it. And he died, obviously. It's 1,000 Ways to Die. Turned his boner into a lightning rod and fucking croaked. Can you imagine how awkward that funeral was? The only one willing to give the eulogy is the sarcastic cousin who's been dying for this moment. We were all shocked at the way Brian left us. He was an animal lover that was full of heart, and though we now know that he could leave in a flash, we know that Brian will come into our hearts when we need him most. There's pie punch in the basement. No, the moment I realized I was getting extra old was pretty recently, and we were watching wrestling. I'm a big wrestling guy. I love to watch wrestling, yeah. And I was watching it with my buddy Paul, who was up here earlier, and, you know, the girls on the wrestling, they wear small clothes. It's part of the wrestling, right? But what I've learned as I'm older is that I view the girls with the small clothes much differently. He's like, oh my gosh, did you see what she's wearing? And the words I spoke this week were, I can see her whole butt her butthole. I was flabbergasted. I could not believe that I could see her whole butt her butthole. All of it. Her whole butt her butthole. Live on TV. I mean, if I had butter, I could butter her butt. Her whole butt her butthole. I could butter her whole butt her butthole. Ludicrous. I could butter her whole butt her butthole. Her whole butt her butthole. I'm about to wrap this up, guys. I hope you've had some fun. Have we had some fun? Yeah. Okay. So I've gotten to talk about a lot of fun things with y'all. And, you know, these adventures have let me meet a lot of cool people. This past year, I got to do commercials with Caleb Williams, who's going to be like the #1 draft pick, I guess, which I wasn't a sports guy, so they probably should have sent someone else on that one. You know, I got to meet Henry Winkler before a Comic-Con one time and yell, "Hey!" at him like a fucking asshole, you know? I feel like, though, like, guys like us who have the one thing, like, we get a pass. Like, I mean, I know he doesn't know my thing, but I know his, so fuck it. I met the Green Power Ranger. I didn't meet the Green Power Ranger. I went pee next to the Green Power Ranger one time. Totally sick. His dick looked just like the flute. Rest in peace, bro. I fucking love you. No, but despite all that, no matter what I do, I'm always just gonna be a little dirty fucking shithead from Kansas City. Like, I'm always gonna be a little fucking Independence boy. Like, yeah, meth capital's shining star, baby. I'ma stick with my roots. I'ma stay fucking up. So let me tell you about the time I pissed my pants before a business trip. So I was going to the Coca-Cola headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. Large company. I feel like maybe everyone here has heard of a Coca-Cola, I'm sure. So I'm getting to the airport, and for whatever reason, I was there early, and it doesn't make sense because we could expense our parking, but I decided I was gonna do the, extended lot parking. And as I parked, I realized that energy drinks were a bad idea because as you get older, your bladder control gets worse and worse and worse. And energy drinks run through you like Forrest Gump. It just straight, I'm just gonna get to your bladder and go, wow. But I don't know why I did that. It just keeps flowing. No, but the thing is, I couldn't hold it, right? I got to the parking lot, I parked the car, and I was bouncing, man. I was waiting for the little tram, I was waiting for the little trolley. But I also didn't want to, be a guy that had to go introduce himself to his neighbors for the rest of his life, so I wasn't just gonna whip it out and start pissing, right? So I got to the corner of my car door and, tried to squat down, and I don't exactly know what the physics of all of it was, but I do know that from about here, they were dark jeans, so it wasn't a drastically different color. But you could smell it. Now, I'm a guy who prides himself on packing. This was a 3-day trip. I didn't even bring an overhead bag. No, I brought a backpack with 0 other pairs of pants. So when I walked through security, a grown man who does not have pre-check, and the little fucking Star Trek machine decided to scan my whole body, and I stepped out, and my entire fucking midsection was one giant yellow square. I'm like, bro, I know what's about to happen, and I'm fucking sorry, man. And I just had to stand there while a man in blue gloves gave me the back of his hand all up and down the old crotch. And you could smell it. Which means he knew. Which means I knew. We're 2 grown men standing in an airport line having to pretend that there ain't piss between us when there is. And that's how the winds of the East became the piss of the Midwest. Now, before I'm done, something I like to do actually at my shows is I like to get the crowd involved in doing a cameo with me. Would you guys be willing to do that? Yeah? Okay. You put this up because snakes don't have hair, which makes them boring. Nobody wants to pet anything without hair. Ladies. Let's find something good here. See what we got. All right, this one says Gregory. He is afraid of large groups. You know what? Actually, we'll try a different one. This one here is for a raffle winner. From raffle winner for raffle winner. So they definitely want me to say raffle winner. I'm running a silent auction fundraiser tomorrow for a fully volunteer-run youth leadership nonprofit, the Illinois Leadership Seminars. We're raffling off fun cameos to attendees, and then I can look up their website if I want to. I don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little intro. I'm going to do a little snake thing, and then I'm going to turn around, and I want y'all to just yell. I'll count down to 3, 2, 1. I want you to yell, congratulations. Will you do that for me? Okay. I'm a snake. I'm a 30 little snake, and I'm slithering on into this silent auction because someone is a raffle winner. What's up, Illinois leadership seminars? I'm shouting out the raffle winner. Go slither up in that garden. Go catch you that mouse. Oh yeah, and I got some people here who want to say something. I'm talking 3, 2, 1. Congratulations! I'm a snag. Hell yeah. Before I go, since I said fuck J.K. Rowling earlier, I'm going to tell y'all one of my oldest jokes, just because I'm having fun and I want to tell it. I don't think I was always supposed to do this. There was a calling that I had at one point in my life that I really gave up, and I kind of want to go back to it. You see, I think I would have been a really good porn idea man. Like, yeah, no, I wouldn't be any good at doing the fucking, but I'd be great at coming up with reasons why other people were fucking. Like, I feel like we could do a whole series of gay porns based on Harry Potter, call him Fairy Potter instead, and do all 7. Yeah, I'm talking Fairy Potter and the Sorcerer's Boner, Fairy Potter and the Chamber of Secretions, Fairy Potter and the Prison Rape of Azkaban, Fairy Potter and the Cock Gobbler of Fire, Fairy Potter and the Order of the Penis, Fairy Potter and the Half-Blood Prince Albert, and Fairy Potter and the Breathy Swallows. Yeah. One time I told that joke when I was down in Texas, and this guy stood up and was like, "You got too much time on your hands." Nah, man, I got too much time with my hands. All right, guys, thank you so much. My name's Matt Keck.